What's going on, guys? My name is Chris and welcome to another unboxing with Homes of Fire. Today we've got the PlayStation 4 Pro sitting in front of us, ready to be taken out of the box and set up. I am super excited to see exactly what this thing is capable of. And before we get too far, a massive shout out to PlayStation for loaning me this to review and to use. This is a temporary unit to use, so I don't get to keep this unfortunately, but it is a long-term review unit and I cannot wait to start using it in the lounge room. Actually, I have a 4K TV off to the side here, which I'm going to use this for. Unfortunately, I won't be able to demonstrate and show you guys a massive difference between 4K and HD because I can't actually capture in 4K. But I will be able to hopefully show you guys the difference between the standard resolution, standard detail, and HDR on here, as well as the downsampling and upscaling that comes from the PlayStation 4's new processor and GPU. So really excited to check that all out. For now though, let's show you guys what's inside the box, what the actual console looks like, and I guess I'll show you guys what was in the bag when I got this. So I got this actually out of the store, or not the store, out of the office. Sorry. Went to a dinner with PlayStation, got to check out what the PS4 Pro is capable of, have a bit of a play, and this has got the actual PlayStation logo embroidered on it, or actually added as like a patch on the side. It's a Billabong bag, it's got roller wheels on it, I'm super happy about it. Going to use that for holidays now, which is kind of cool. But that is not what we're here for. Put that down to the side. In the bag as well, I got a couple of games, as well as there's a few others that I don't have, but there is going to be a list down in the description of all the games that are available for 4K quality from day one. So this has already been released, but if you check down in the description, I've got a list of all the different games that will be available in 4K from day one, so you guys can go and check all those out. These two games here in particular are ones that came in the bag for me to use, so Uncharted 4 and The Last of Us Remastered. This is the media copy of Uncharted 4 as well, so if you would like to see any close-ups of the games and like the stuff that's inside, as well as the PS4 Pro, there will be some photos down in the description. There's a link to my Facebook page and a photo album. So go ahead and jump onto that once it's live, and you can check out the close-ups and some nice detailed photos of everything that's inside. I'll slide the games over just a little bit for the moment, and we'll get the PlayStation out of the box so you guys can actually see what it looks like, I guess up close and personal, and see what's inside. We've got a quick start guide. Welcome to the wonderful life of a PS4 player. Yes indeed, or welcome again, double welcome. Let's get the rest of this out of here. I won't pull the PS4 out yet actually, because I want to see what the new controller looks like. Because I didn't actually pay attention when I did the hands-on, I just assumed that they were going to be like the normal controllers, but they've actually revamped it a little bit, so it looks a little different. HDMI cable, I definitely don't have enough of those around the house. USB cable for charging, which is really cool. Need more of those actually, genuinely. Power cable is there. Love the fact that the PS4 Pro's power supply is still inside the console, not set up outside. Oh, I feel the business. This is good. There we go. There we go. That's the new PlayStation 4 controller, which is redesigned. That's for all the new consoles from now on anyway. A couple of small differences, so the joysticks obviously have been revamped since a little while ago, but you've also got now a matte finish around the D-pad and the triangle, circle, square, so it looks nice and I guess more uniform now, which is really cool. And also the touchpad almost looks like it's got a bit of a different finish on it, or maybe that's just me and the one that I have already is really worn out. Another cool thing is the light bar is now actually inside the top of the control, so if you don't look at the front here, because this is mainly for your camera for tracking your control if you're using PlayStation VR, or if you're using it for any kind of like movement with playroom and stuff. If you can't see that, or you don't want to see that, it actually lights up on the front now, so cool little addition there. We'll put the controller down though, because that's cool, but not as cool as what else is in here. We've got one more thing on the bottom, which is, the earpiece for playing your games and doing the online yelling. Hearing all the wonderful chatter from young kids telling you that your stuff about your mum. And we're going to get the PS4 out now, which is, I'm a little bit nervous to see get this out, and I don't want to drop it or anything. Alright, we'll close this up. Oh, wrong way, do the wrong thing. Here. PS4 Pro. We'll get the rest of it out of here now. Put the packaging on the ground. Throw it on the ground. Oh, I didn't even notice that either. Oh, okay, that's cool. Alright, put the packaging down here. Good. Alrighty, so this is the PS4 Pro. And one thing I did notice is actually it has like a really cool silver inlay on the top of it now with the PlayStation logo on the PS4 logo. The PlayStation logo. That's the PS4 Pro. It looks and almost feels it feels almost like the same size and weight as the original PS4, which is kind of crazy that they've packed this like more power into the same size unit from launch. This also has a removable hard drive as always, so on the back here, we've got the hard drive bay, which you can actually unscrew the little piece in the top there and replace that with a 2TB. This is also, I think someone said it was SATA 3 compatible, so you can actually use SSDs in this now, so you'll get some extra performance out of that. It may not be, I guess, the same as having like a higher speed SATA cable, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not as well educated with PC hardware as I am with the PS4, but if you're using an SSD, you will get that extra performance, and this will take advantage of that to some extent, which is really cool. Another thing that I'm really happy about, comparing this to the PS4 Slim, well, the PS4 Slim is the same performance as the original and smaller. It doesn't come with an optical out, which is a bit of a, I guess, a downside for me. This one does, and I love using optical out. That's what I use for my headset. I actually use optical out for the console's audio, and this having it is a big plus for me. Another thing, which is also super cool, if you happen to have a bunch of peripherals or more than 2 controllers, or you have the PlayStation Move controllers, this has 3 USB ports. Oh my damn, which is really cool. So there's actually one on the back there, so if you want to leave that plugged in permanently, and just have that as like a spare charging cable, as well as the 2 on the front, then you've got those there as nice handy little extras as well. Another thing that I really like about the design is the triangle X circle square, which is actually now the rubber feet along the bottom of the console. I'm pretty sure they've done this with the Slim as well, but it's a really cool little design kind of feature. Fun little fact, they actually use triangle X and circle square so you can match up the plugs on the PlayStation VR when you're plugging them in too, so they've actually used them as like almost like a design feature as well as a tool for when you're setting the whole thing up, which is a nice little piece of finesse there. And along the front, bit of dust, sorry, we have the physical eject and the physical power button as well. So change that as well from the original. It used to have the touch buttons, which ended up actually causing some issues for after a little while. They started to eject themselves. So now I've just got the physical buttons, which is again good to see. I kind of like the physical buttons more, although the touch was just really kind of it's like the future in a way, but I can understand why it's been changed. This though looks really, really nice, and like I said, I'm really excited to show you guys, I guess, as much as I can on YouTube about how this looks and performs in terms of final gameplay. And if you'd like to see any of that, then feel free to keep an eye on the YouTube channel or subscribe if you haven't already, and we can check that all out and leave some feedback if you would like. Hope you guys have liked this unboxing. I'm sorry if I'm speaking a million miles an hour. I'm just really excited that I actually have this in my house. There'll probably be some streams for this as well on Twitch, so if you haven't seen me on Twitch, go ahead and drop a follow on there. It's twitch.tv/HomesIn5. Much appreciated if you can. I try to stream on there a little bit more often too, and this will be now the platform I'll be using in my room to keep streaming on. I'll see you guys in the next video. There should be a piece of content after this in a moment after I actually put up the unboxing, as well as some reviews, and Twitch streams will be coming up very, very soon as well. Thanks all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!